against long odds and despite many predictions, Stephen Harper has been Prime Minister of Canada for 5 years now. Not an easy thing to do when you lead a minority government in challenging times. And later today, the Prime Minister will celebrate those 5 years in his own political way with a speech to hundreds of supporters in Ottawa. The CBC's Hannah Thibodeau joins us now from Ottawa with more on the story. So Hannah, just how exactly is Stephen Harper going to celebrate this anniversary?
Well, it will be at a local hotel here, and about 600 to 800 party faithful are expected to turn out to hear the Prime Minister's speech. Now, it is expected, and we're hearing that speech is going to be about 45 minutes long, and that's quite a length of time. So we're expecting him to tout his successes over the past 5 years, expect to hear topics like the economy and how Canada has fared actually quite well during this rough economic time. You might hear him talk about his government recognizing Quebec as a nation, a successful Olympics. However, there have been many turbulent times over these past 5 years, and one thing is about maintaining power. Here's what David Mitchell has to say of the Public Policy Forum as one thing the Canadian Prime Minister is likely considering in the next little bit.
Maintaining power is always a priority for any government leader, and as we head into the 6th consecutive year of his minority government, I think holding on to power is one of his objectives, no doubt. How he does that is up to him, but I think more collaboration. Canadians want to actually see politicians and political parties get along, less infighting, less bickering, less character assassination. So a more collaborative approach to governing at the federal level and across Canada is going to be necessary.
Well, David Mitchell raises a point that I think a lot of people say absolutely a more collaborative approach, but I guess a lot of politicos would say good luck with that. And so we will follow the 5-year celebrations, but of course we do know it's a minority government situation, and everyone has a front-of-mind issue, and that has to be the election campaign sooner or later. So what might be the signs that an election campaign might be sooner rather than later, Hannah?
Well, there are quite a few signs that are showing that it's likely to be sooner rather than later. There is an expected budget coming up this March, and we're hearing anticipation that the opposition will vote against that budget. If that were to happen, that would send Canadians to the polls. Also, what's interesting is when the Prime Minister was asked, in fact, by Peter Mansbridge in an exclusive interview, what his gut feeling was as to whether there was an election near, he said in his gut he felt it was 50-50, but he was ready for a potential election campaign. And then, if you look at all of these ads that are coming out by the Tories, by the Liberals, also, a lot of the leaders are already out on tours across the country. It seems like we're almost in a pre-election mode.
Yeah, very interesting, and we'll stay tuned. Thanks for setting it all up for us, Hannah. Hannah Thibodeau in Ottawa. The turmoil in Tunisia may be setting on Canadian soil. New reports are emerging that close family members of the ousted president are now in Canada. John Northcott is following the latest developments for us and is with us now. So, John, who are these relatives exactly?
Well, this boils down to the deposed President